Can you query two different books at the same time? My name is Gina, and I help you make your writing better. People ask this kind of a lot, and there are a couple of things that I always want to come back at and be like, why do you have more than one book ready to query, but you hadn't started querying before? Because it took time for you to write that second book and to have it ready to go to market. Why didn't you start querying book one when it was ready to go? Why do you have two both ready to go at the same time? If your answer is, well, I've been querying book one for a really long time and now I have this other book that is ready to go, then it's probably time to stop querying book one. You've exhausted all of your options. If you got book two ready to go faster than you ran out of options on book one, I question whether or not you are doing deep enough edits and whether or not you are really making that book shine and be ready for the market. If you are writing in two very different genres and you are writing, like, let's say, prescriptive nonfiction and fictions, like fantasy, like unrelated to this, whatever, that is possible that you might want to have two different literary agents and you could be querying those separately. But what if an agent who wants to rep your nonfiction also wants to represent the fiction, but you didn't show it to them and now you're under contract with somebody else? And now, like, you could be mucking up the waters here a little bit. So I always recommend to lead with the project that you are most confident in right now, the one that you think is ready to go to market right now. And if you are writing in two very different genres, talk with your agent. When you sign with somebody, say, hey, I know that you signed this science fiction alien romance thing, but I also am a PhD holder in this other topic, and I would like to write nonfiction books on that topic. And this agent might be like, best of luck to you, go query that somewhere else. Or they're like, great, I've been looking to expand my scientific nonfiction. I would like to take a look at that, please, and represent you for both. The core here is that you're going to talk to the literary agent. You're going to have a conversation with them, because if you are going to have multiple agents representing different business lines for you, the agency agreements and contracts need to be written in a way that protect you and everybody else in this situation to make sure nobody is stepping on anybody's toes and infringing on anything else that's covered in the contract somewhere else. But if you have two books that you think are totally ready to go to market, but you just never queried one of them, you probably wrote that one long enough ago that it doesn't speak to this market and the moment that is going on right now. Or you have become a better writer since you finished the first one. So that's not your best work anymore. You should be querying the second one. I very much question when people say they've got multiple fiction projects that are ready to go to market and be queried at the exact same time. Unless you wrote a bunch of things in the pipeline while you had literary representation and you are now finding yourself querying again for whatever reason, that's an exception in which you might have a pile of stuff that's pretty good. But even then, you know that one of those is more ready than the others. You know, like, you have a favorite. You know which one is ready to go and which one is going to sit on the back and be like, I also have a pipeline of stuff. Query the book that is the strongest and is the closest and ready to go now.